Hey guys, this is Arun again. Today we're going to take a look at the BTM RSS plugin. We've been having a couple of questions on it, so I'm not going to start from the beginning. There's a couple of videos here that kind of lay out, the simple test app and the steps that we take to get an app started from scratch. What we're going to do is kind of explore some of the plugins individually and see, how we can use them and what are the different configuration options. So let's go into the simple test app. If you have any questions on how we made this, refer to the first couple of videos about the simple test app tutorials. So we're just going to go straight to screens and actions. Let's go to adding a new screen. So we take a look at the different types of plugins, and we're going to look for the BTM RSS plugin. Our BTM RSS feed plugin. Click on that, it'll give you some of the details. Now, when it talks about this description here, so it loads an RSS feed into a list. So essentially an RSS feed is kind of a automated feed that gets generated through many different RSS providers. It's kind of like a news feed in a particular XML format. And different XML readers or RSS readers will know how to properly format those feeds. So the RSS feed plugin here basically will take an RSS feed and format it properly inside of the mobile application. Now, some of the confusing things, I guess, for some of the users of the App Touch Builder is that is this stuff here. So readme.txt for the full instructions. We go into the instructions, it mentions a couple of different PHP files and stuff. As an example, the resize or RSS size is html.php, and it'll be installed and downloaded. Now, we don't really have to worry about that when we're using the plugin. That's kind of more of a setup on our server that we're hosting the BuzzTouch framework in. So again, just to clarify, BuzzTouch is a set of tools and a framework for developing applications, and the AppCode 2 basically leverages the BuzzTouch framework, but also includes a whole number of plugins that come out of the box and for free that the AppCode 2.0 user community does not have to pay for, as well as we're going to have our own custom plugins in the future that are being developed just for the AppCode 2.0. So we do leverage the BuzzTouch framework, but we go well above and beyond that by providing the entire network and our own custom frameworks and free plugins out of the box. So anyway, back to the RSS feed. I think some of the readme.txt has been kind of confusing to some users, and we don't really have to worry about that because that's how it's set up. If you take a look at the screenshot, you can see that an RSS will load and be displayed in this type of format inside of the application. So anyway, let's get started by implementing a quick implementation of this. So we're going to add a screen to our application. Let's call it RSS feed, and look for that in here. BTM RSS feed. Go ahead and add. Okay, it's been added. RSS feed is created successfully. Go into screens and actions. Go to the main menu, and we want to link one of the menu items to that RSS feed. So we'll call this, I'll just call it test RSS, and we want an existing screen. So here we have our RSS feed screen. Add that as a menu item, and we see that it's been added here. And again, I'm just going to start up the application. It's here, the simple test app. Once again, I don't really have to download the code base or repackage the components just because I've been adding screens. I could just refresh this and we should be able to see, here it is, the test RSS button. Now, if you have any questions on, how did we bring up the simulator and get it working, again, I'm going to refer you to the first few videos that we did about creating a simple test app. So if we click on the test RSS button here, we got nothing. Now that's okay. Let's try it again. Okay, still nothing. Let's try a refresh. And nothing. So let's go into the RSS and see what's going on. So we can either go into the screens and actions. Here's our RSS feed. And so let's see what's happening. So now really the only major thing that you have to change is this, which is the feed URL. And what I found for some reason is that we have to do an initial save, and then we should be able to get it working. So if I just hit save here, and let's try to reload this screen. Now again, this is just some initial RSS feed that they're loading by default. And you'll see that it's working. So if you guys were ever experiencing a problem with the feed and not really sure why things weren't showing up, go ahead into the RSS feed itself and hit save, and then you'll see it come up. Now, let's say obviously, for our intents and purposes, we will want our own RSS that's relevant to the topic of our application. Now, just a really quick tip and trick is you can go into google.com and type in RSS search. And what I like to use is rsssearchhub.com. I'm going to click on that, and it actually lets you search for various RSS feeds. So let's say we are interested in, I don't know, let's say movies. So let's say we're writing an application about movies. We want an RSS feed on movies. Well, this looks good. Yahoo Movies, the latest movie trailers, RSS feed. Let's click on that. And you see that this URL here is the feed URL. I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and I will paste it into my RSS feed URL. Okay, I'm going to save that. And let's go back and do a refresh. Click our test RSS, and there we go. This is the Yahoo Movies RSS feed. It's as simple as that. And if we kind of scroll down here, it'll actually try to reload itself. So tonight happens just to be Oscar night, so we're going to get a lot of this stuff going on. And again, if you want to change the RSS feed to anything else, it's as simple as just changing that URL out. So we go from, let's go to blu-ray.com. Let's copy this feed. Oh, well, it's saying the feed is empty. But let's say we wanted to do a application on, let's say, football. We'll take any one of these guys. Copy the feed URL, pop it into our plugin settings, save that. Again, no downloading, no repackaging. Go back, refresh this. Go to RSS, and now you see football news. Football in this case, meaning soccer. But anyway, it's as simple as that to get the RSS feed set up. I mean, we have the normal kind of configurations on this, the top navigation bar. Change the title here to, let's say football, soccer news. Save that. And once again, go back here, refresh this. And we have football, soccer news. And different color options and everything else. If you click on one of these items, you're going to actually be taken into the item link. In this case, it's the Reuters football feed, so we'll be taken right to the Reuters site. Go back, and again, this is all updated automatically as the RSS feed updates. And that's about it, guys. It's relatively simple. I mean, don't get confused by some of the stuff that's written in the readme.txt with the different PHP files. All of that stuff set up already by the TAC 2.0 team on the servers. We don't have to worry about it. And adding an RSS is a nice way to add some robustness and functionality to an application, and hopefully get it approved in the App Store and in Google Play. All right, guys, that's about it. I hope this helps. And again, if there's any questions, just let us know. Thanks.